Hey, good morning, YouTube. Today I figured it'd be the perfect opportunity to shoot a quick video on using this portable winch. I got my roller fair lead on here. You're going to want like a roller like this if you got the cable style. This truck over here, I've got the synthetic style rope in there, so you would want something like that if that's what you were going to use. Now, obviously I got Big Blue going again. I had to do brakes all the way around on that, so if you're interested in seeing any of the video on that, then stay tuned. But I just figured again this morning I would shoot a quick video on using this, and I figured why not, why would you need something like this? The reason I'm using it today is just for, great example of how it might come in handy for you. But not everybody's going to want to, wire and buy a winch and weld and do all that, to put it on there. So it's pretty handy to have something like this to where you can just put it in your receiver, into your hitch, and then and use it. So I'll get the power cables out and get this all set up, but I'll show you that in just a second. But you could set up a pretty easy portable setup is my point here. So I'm going to get to showing you. Again, I'm going to use this larger one just because, this is kind of the subject of the other video. So this thing is pretty old. I took it off of Big Blue because it was on there for quite a few years. So it's just time to kind of retire it and go to the new Xbull. So again, this might not even work. I'm not going to pull it out too crazy far. But the reason I'm using it today is because I'm getting old, man, and I got to get the old cat out here so, I can go play out in the snow. I am running the old GoPro, so the camera might be a little different. So we're gonna get our cables out, and I already got the hood open, ready to go. So this is a 2020 Silverado, and so if you have this, you might want to do this as well, because on this front end, I'm not trying to tear into this truck because it's still kind of new. So all we gotta do is plug our power in now. I recommend to hook it up first here. Come up to your vehicle, open up your port. So obviously that one's red, even though the box is black. So you want your hot to there. And then you got a nice ground stud right here. Okay. So we got power to it. Get our controller out. So the notch on this is down. So I put this lever on the back side. I mounted this backwards basically because on the truck, this is just plastic. So out front it would want to snap on branches and stuff. Look at this knot I got going on in here. Oh, yeah, I guess I should have checked my cable before I mounted it down. This is going to be interesting. So I'm going to have to, let's see if I can do it right now. I didn't put my pin in here. Okay, let me go fire it up. Got some nice fresh snow. go check our connection. So we're gonna have to kind of take our time with it, because one, she's an old winch, and two, that's a long cable to power cable. So, you know, this is not going to be a fast way, but at least it's going to be an option for you. Now obviously we're going to bind up if we keep running it like this. Straighter would have been better, but you know. And see, it's a lot less work. And yes, I could have used the truck. See, we're starting to bind up in here, so we don't want to go too much more. So we'll come back, feed her over, and we'll pull it a little bit more. So what I'm going to do now is throw the cable up on the back of the truck here and move Big Blue, so that way I can pull it out a little farther. We got some new Optimum batteries in here now, so good old Big Blue got some red tops, so old Big Blue starts right up now. Let's go around in the snow. Hey, hey. Oh man, that was a good jam. Let's keep it rocking. So you don't usually want to just let go because it's going to bird nest in there, but we're going to end up pulling more out here in just a second. So let's get our cable up. Actually, let's just disconnect it. Let's be smart here. So I'm going to put her away here. Pretty handy. So I'm going to unhook up here first. Oh man, you popped her off there. So obviously now we just got to put everything away. But man, I mean, look at how handy this is. Just say you're like, all right, want to go home, take her off, throw her in there. I got some extra straps and other things that's handy to have with the winch. So I'm going to start putting all this stuff away. But you know, that's that simple. You know, you don't need nothing but a hitch and a battery. And I had said in the previous video when I built this that you could bring a battery with you, and you could. And obviously you wouldn't be able to run it very long, but it was still an option. You could take that battery, go charge it, bring it back. It'd be a pain in the butt, but again, at least it's an option. You know, I had this winch sitting around, and what good was that doing? That wasn't doing any good just sitting around. So now I can at least use it. You know, this is like a $70, $80 bracket, and then you got your fair lead. Can't remember what that is, but again, and then your cables were, I think these 30 footers were around nearly $100. So, but they're really handy. I definitely recommend it. This is not at all any of this sponsored. It's just handy stuff that I've always wanted to make, and I always enjoy having, you know, helpful tools. So I'm gonna go for a ride on the old ZR. Got to shut this all off, and we're gonna go for a ride, so stay tuned.